Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Miss Sensational Gaming channel. In today's video, it's another Let's Play of Clue, but the newer version of this. It features Scarlett as a African-American woman, and she looks absolutely flawless. So let's get started, and I'm playing this on the Steam version, also known as the PC version, which means that there are no other DLCs that I have. Because I have managed to get a Steam wallet card so I can buy this game. I also buy another game, but I got it on sale, both of these games. This one, I got this on sale for $4.49, while the other one is $8.99. And I wanted to get these DLC packs, which is this one, and this one. And also the 2016 version of the characters. But I have a feeling there's still more board themes that we have to go through. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to spend too much money over it. So I'm hoping that in the future, once I get some money, I'm going to, try my best to, But we're focusing on the Tudor Mansion version. We have the Blackadder Resort, we have the Whispering Pines Retreat, and we have the Polar Research Station. But we're going to focus on this one. Oh, this one is retro. Playing using the original rules of Clue, or Cluedo to be precise. I'm gonna stick with the standard version, just because. Alright, I'm gonna go with easy difficulty because, And even though I wanted to choose Miss Scarlett because she is, African American, but I'm gonna choose Mrs. Peacock. And that's simply because she is absolutely gorgeous. Without a shadow of a doubt. Oh, so that's going to be me. Okay, so let's see what I remember. So, in case you're wondering, I did a Let's Play of the other Clue, which is like the 2016 version. However, I am going to do exactly what I did. I'm going to play this on easy, just because I wanted to finish this game with this theme board. This is the Tudor Mansion, which is the same as the 2016 version, except the characters looks different, and there's no Dr. Orchid. However, Dr. Orchid is a DLC collection thing, so yeah. I'm just, I do want to get it, but not right now, right at this moment. So, let's go ahead and get started. After receiving a mysterious invitation, the 6 guests arrive at Baden Black's Tudor Mansion. Over dinner, Blacks reveal his plans to build a luxury hotel on a beloved park have something he needs, and he is prepared to blackmail them into helping him. After the dinner, a scream rings out, and the guests excuse me. Sorry, my voice went off. And the guest discovers Black is dead. So now we gotta figure out who did it. I did play this mobilely, but this one is the Steam version. So I'm starting it fresh on the computer, or should I say laptop. Now, you all know the rules of this game. Basically, you have to figure out who did it with what weapon and which room does it take place. So these are my cards here. Excuse me, I got Mrs. Peacock, the dagger, and the ballroom, I think. So who's going first? Oh my goodness, it's me. There's something about... Her name is actually Society Peacock instead of Mrs. Peacock, but still, I call her Mrs. Peacock for a reason. So since I am not the culprit, and I have no dagger and no you-know-what, I get to go. Unfortunately, I get to go as much space as I can. I cannot make an accusation, because otherwise, if I make an accusation, I would mess up. So it's Mustard's turn. And I'm playing this on easy, And hopefully the AI goes easy on me. He didn't get closer to the room. He cannot make any accusations. It's Plum's turn. The professor, of course. Let's see where he's headed. It looks like he's headed to what I believe is the ballroom. But I have the card of the ballroom, so it cannot be where it took place. Miss Scarlet has one of the two cards in her hand. It could be Mr. Green, or it could be the lead pipe. Either way, I'm going to mark it on my notes here, which is right over here. It's now Miss Scarlet's turn, and she rolls a 4. So now, she is not closer enough to get to the room, which is very unfortunate. Then we have Mrs. White, and as you can tell, Mrs. White has short hair. She's not older. She is young in this version of the game. She is a chef, and this is just amazing. Instead of Mr. Green, we have Mayor Green. So it looks like he became mayor. At least he became something than just some random guy that I don't know who he's supposed to be. So Green went to the ballroom and thinks it's the dagger. But I have 2 out of 3 of the cards. But I'm going to say it's not the ballroom. I gotta show him the card that it's not the ballroom, because we don't know exactly which room it is. Okay, so it's my turn. And I'm going to go to the study. And then I'm going to do the strategy that I did. So in the study, what if it's me with the dagger? Even though I know it's not me. And Colonel Mustard has the card that contains the study. So it's definitely not that room. My turn has done, and he rolls a 6. Well, actually a 12, excuse me. He's staying in the ballroom for some reason, and he tries Mr. Green again. But Miss Scarlet has either green or the lead pipe, but she may also have not this weapon. She may have the wrench as well. And what I like about this game is that it has the erase icon. Super dope. Super dope. He's at the ballroom again, and it's Colonel Mustard with the candlestick. However, Mrs. White has one of the 2 cards here, so I'm going to put a question mark here as a way of saying that she may have this, she may have not, but we don't know for sure. And there's also a folder icon for some reason, which if we take a look, these are just tasks, which is never featured in the 2016 version, not that I know of. It looks like Mayor Green has either Scarlet, or he also could have the rope. Well, either way, it appears that it looks like he has one of these cards. So now it's Mrs. White's turn. And she is heading to the dining room. And she makes a suggestion that it could have been herself with the lead pipe. However, he may have one of these cards here, which of course is Mayor Green himself. Unfortunately, I do not have the answers. But what I do know is that it's now Mayor Green's turn. I usually call him Mr. Green. You know. He's at the conservatory and he suggests that it is probably Scarlet with this weapon here. I don't have any of these, but Plum does. So, Plum may have had one of these. Alright, so it looks like it's my turn. And my username is Britterella1 because of my Steam app. Oh, I get to go to the kitchen. Because I'm going to use the secret passage just to go to the kitchen. Since I roll much lower than this, at least I get to go to the secret passage. I know I keep saying that. Alright, so in the kitchen, I'm doing this strategy again. Mustard doesn't have that card, but Plum does. So I now know that the kitchen is not one of these rooms that it took place. And I managed to complete one of the tasks. That's excellent. Mustard is now in the billiard room, so let's see. And now he's doing the same. Uh-oh, it looks like Miss Scarlet has the billiard room. She has the billiard room, so we're going to cross everything. Because I now know for sure that the billiard room is not one of the rooms that all of this took place. It's now Plum's turn, and he rolls an 8. So what does that take him right now? To the billiard room. Well, I already knew that Scarlet has the card. But does she has the lead pipe too? Well, I may never know, but what I do know is that Scarlet has the billiard room card. And I shouldn't be talking too much because I don't want to lose my voice. I'm just like, you know. Oh, she's headed to the lounge. Let's see what she decides. Interesting. Put a question mark here. I'm just happy that I got this game on Steam right now, because it's like, I really wanted this and I got this on sale. Now I know it's not me. I know it's not me as Peacock. Okay, he rolls a 9. Which means that he heads to the billiard room? Really? Now this one is not easy. I knew I should not make this video longer. Okay, so I got a 12. So which room do I go to? Well, I might as well stay in the dining room and make this suggestion so I will know. And of course, Green has the dining room card. So the dining room is not where it took place. I would say it's very unfortunate, but you know, At least I will get that out of the way so I won't have to bother with that room again. Excuse me. So green has the dining room card. So who has the candlestick? Oh, it could have been... So he has the dining room card, but he also has the candlestick. But what if he didn't have the candlestick? You know, the card itself. We may never know. Because this game is a little bit harder playing against 6. Well, it's not harder, but it's going to take too long to make this video. I may have to pause the game just in case if it takes too long. That's interesting. Alright, sorry about that. I have to stop recording because I may have forgotten. Well, I haven't forgotten to record. It's just that I kind of messed up when I accidentally turned up my phone to listen to some videos or watching some videos for a little bit. But apparently Mrs. White, or should I say Chef White, because that's her name in this version, Chef White declares herself as the killer with the dagger in the lounge, and I have no choice but to tell her, sorry to disappoint you, but you do not have the dagger. I did. But Society Peacock wasn't the killer. It's plain and simple. So at the conservatory, Green suggests that it could have been me with the wrench, and I have no other choice but to declare myself as not the one. So now I think Green knows, but I don't know exactly. So now I have 3 of each. I might as well stay at the conservatory since I'm there. Since you put me in this position, I will declare myself as the one, but I need to know if the conservatory is the room. Oh! When it goes way too slow, like it's delayed, that means it's not the one. At least it's good to know. At least it's good to know what it is right now. Alright, so Colonel rolled an 8. He's at the ballroom again, which I know it's not one of the rooms. So I only have the hall, the lounge, and the library to worry about. No one has went to the library. And this confirms it. I have the ballroom and the dagger, but Chef White has Colonel Mustard, the card itself. So I know for a fact that Colonel Mustard wasn't the one. Alright, so let's move on. I cannot end this until it ends. Okay, so Green does not have Mrs. White. I have the ballroom. So that means that he has the rope. he has the rope. So we're going to... So I know the rope is not one of these weapons. And do this. There we go. I don't know why I spend so much time just to erase and mark it. We're back at the lounge again. Okay, so Green doesn't have the lounge. He may have either Scarlet or the lead pipe, so I'm not sure. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Kitchen, he doesn't have the kitchen. He doesn't have this weapon. So it's obviously clear that he has... Let's erase this. It's obviously clear that he has the plum card. Because he doesn't have this weapon, he doesn't have the kitchen room. So, it's obviously clear that he has plum. So we're down to 3 suspects. Down to 3 suspects, according to my notes here. And Green is going to use the secret passage, heading straight to the lounge, which we still don't know if this is one of the rooms. Because I only have 3 rooms and 3 weapons to go. And I think he knows 3 of my cards already, because he states that one of the weapons could have been the dagger, which it wasn't. Now, I could go to the ballroom, but I'm going to the lounge, because I need to know if the lounge is one of the rooms where it took place. It's very, very important. And of course, Plum has the room. So I'm down to 2 rooms on my notes here. The library and the hall. So I now know for sure that the 2 rooms could have been the room where it all took place. But I also have to know the weapon and the suspect itself. I'm down to 3 suspects, 3 weapons. Okay, so Plum could have had Scarlet. He could have had that weapon, the pew pew thing. I wanted to say it, but I couldn't, because it's very difficult to say it when, you know. I'm gonna say the pew pew. That doesn't sound right, but it's one of these weapons where it goes bang. Well, it looks like it's down to me, and now Plum knows that the room is in the ballroom. Should I be worried about that? Not quite right now, because my major concern is to make sure that I know exactly which room is it. So I know Colonel has Plum, and now Scarlet knows that the ballroom isn't one of the rooms. It's Chef's turn, and she rolls a 12. Like I said, the ballroom isn't one of the rooms. I kinda don't want the AI to know exactly who did it and all that. It'll be like the lounge again. But I all knew that the lounge isn't the place. So now the Colonel could have had Chef White or the wrench. Okay, so I accidentally rolled the dice while I was trying to report on Bandicam. And unfortunately, I cannot get to the hall nor the library. So I have to stay in the ballroom. And I need to know one thing. Was it Mr. Green who did it? Okay, it wasn't Mr. Green. Or should I say Mayor Green in this version. So now we're down to 2 suspects, Scarlet and White. So the killer is definitely a female, and it's one of the 2. Me as Society Peacock isn't the one. Wrench. Well. I don't know why I said that. It looks like Chef White has the wrench. The card itself, of course. So that means that this is not the murder weapon. So now we're down to 2 weapons, which is the lead pipe and, I don't want to say the word, the revolver. So I'm down to 2 suspects, 2 rooms, and 2 weapons so far. And Plum did not make it to the conservatory, which I'm assuming that's the place that he's trying to get to. Right now it's Scarlet's turn as she heads to the kitchen, which I know that Plum has the kitchen card. And I have no choice but to declare that this is not the murder weapon. It's gotta be one of the 2 weapons that is on my notes here. She rolls an 8, which is Chef White's turn, and she stays in the lounge, which Plum has the card, the room card. Okay, so I know that Plum has the lounge, Scarlet has green, so he may have the revolver, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. But I need to get to one of the rooms that I have not gotten into yet, because it's obviously clear. Looks like Plum could have also had Scarlet. He has the wrench and the lounge as well. This is giving me a headache because I'm starting to get stressed out if they get this. And once again, still did not make it to the library. I don't know if I needed a 12 or not. But what I do know, it has to be I'm doing this way. And there's a delay on this one. Okay, so the revolver isn't the weapon. That can only mean one thing. That can only mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen. The lead pipe is weapons that the murderer uses. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just figured out something. I just realized something. Oh my goodness. I just realized something, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't pay attention to it. The candlestick is one of the weapons that was used because it's circled like that. When someone doesn't have that candlestick card, that means that it's the murder weapon. And I barely notice it. And no, I do not have poor eyesight. It's because I didn't pay attention. I was paying attention to the actual game itself. I knew that green has the rope, so there's just no need to So, I need to figure out the room, I need to figure out the suspect right now. Because obviously we still need to figure out if Scarlet did it or if it's Chef White. Now, Plum is headed to the secret passage and head to the study. According to Plum, he states that the killer could have been Miss Scarlet. I have no choice but to show him the card that contains the weapon. It's now Scarlet's turn. I have a feeling that it could have been Scarlet because she hasn't been crossed yet. Oh my goodness, this is getting really stressful and intense, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't paying attention to my notes, and I thought that the weapon could have been a lead pipe, but then I realized that the candlestick was circled. So that could only mean one thing. It's the weapon. It is definitely the weapon that was used against Body Black. I'm totally shocked. I am totally shocked right now. And keep in mind, I wasn't paying attention. I could see, but I didn't pay attention to the notes that contains the candlestick. It wasn't. But I didn't pay attention. That was my mistake. Well, the only brighter side about this is that, at the very extent, we only have 2 suspects and 2 rooms left. But I really, genuinely, and sincerely need to get one of these rooms right now. The rooms that I have not been. But I simply and genuinely cannot stay too long here. That's for sure. But just for the sake of it, I'm trying to figure out who is the suspect first. Because it's quite obvious I'm not going to be able to make it to one of those rooms. Oh my goodness, it is Miss Scarlet. I figure it would be. I figure it would be. Alright, so the only thing that's left right now is the room. But I can get to the rooms that I wanted to be in. So now this is where things gets a little bit tricky. Unless someone accuses Peacock of something. However, Mustard remains in the room. And he's accusing me. What a coincidence. Oh, it's delayed. That means he has the lead pipe. This confirms that the lead pipe isn't one of the murder weapons. At first I thought it was, but it turns out to be the candlestick all along. So now we only have one thing that we need to go through, and that is the room. But I can't get to the room that I wanted to get to, because, you know, almost completing my task. I'm almost completing my task so far. And right now, all I need to do is to win the game. But the problem is that this video went too long for me to do so. Stressful times, stressful measures, or whatever you want to call it. So now I made it to the kitchen for some reason, which is not where I'm supposed to go. But it looks like I have no other choice since they suggest that Peacock did it. And now Chef White is at the lounge and she's accusing me again. And I really wanted to stay in the lounge because I wanted to go to the hall. Where is Green? Green is at the conservatory. He's rolling the dice. It's a 6. And he decides to head to the billiard room. What a shame. Who is he accusing? It's the Colonel. It is the Colonel. We don't know exactly who has the... I'm going to assume that the person who has Chef White could be Colonel Mustard. That's for sure. But now that whoever made a suggestion up in the lounge, which is technically not true, it's time for me to head to the hall. Unfortunately, I cannot go to the hall because the game will not allow me. I'm very upset. I am very upset about this. I only have one more thing that I need to check mark cross off, and that is going to be either the library or the hall. And the weirdest part is that no one has ever went to this room. Not this room, but like the hall and the library. And I'm kind of stressed about it. I really am. I'm stressed because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know why they didn't bother going to that room. Oh, so Chef White has Colonel Mustard. So, it's not a surprise at all. Not a surprise at all. Alright, so Scarlet is up next. I'm getting a bit tense because my neck is hurting. I'm a little bit exhausted. Alright, let's see what she has to say. Oh my goodness, the Colonel is so popular. Why is he so popular of being accused of something that, in Chef White's mind, he didn't do? Well, nevertheless, it's time to roll the dice to determine of what happens next. The kitchen. Of course, the kitchen. Alright, so Plum is now being accused. Now things are starting to get a little bit intense, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping that I could get either to the library or to the hall. Alright. Apparently the AI on easy mode is like, you know, not sure. Alright, so it's my turn, and I really need to get to the hall. Or at least one of these rooms. I roll an 8, which means I get to finally go to the library or the hall. But I'm going to the hall because I need to know for sure if this is the room where all of this took place. But just to stay out of caution, my goodness, so it wasn't the hole after all. So that means that the room where all of this took place is the library. And because I put it on easy difficulty, it appears that the AI does not notice it. It's time to make an accusation. Choose the suspect, weapon, and room. For the final solution, it has to be Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick. And now we gotta figure out if my accusation is correct. And it is yes! Even though it's on easy mode, but you may never know. That's right. I did it. I solved the mystery. And look at Colonel. Colonel's like, oh my goodness, why? Why would you do this? But that is the first Let's Play of this, and I got an achievement, which is Detective in the Making, to be exact. And that is it for today's Let's Play. There will be more of these in the future once I raise enough money on Steam to get some DLC theme boards on the way. But I have a feeling it's not over yet for this version of Clue. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching, and have a blissful, wonderful day.